Ahoy, shipmates! What's another rotten weather day? What's going on with weather? I want to know. Disney fancy departing today for the last time from the port of Southampton. She's on her way to Port Canaveral in the US of A, never to return. Well, not according to my information I have anyway. Not this year, not next year, not the year after. Disney Fantasy is just up here, out of view at the moment. She's going to head to the upper swing ground, and because of the wind, she's even got tug assistance. Fitzer Eston is there. There we go. There's Disney Fantasy. The wind has really picked up this afternoon. I would try to go and drone Disney for one of my shipmates wanted a photograph, and I've just not been able to do it. It's just been either windy or rainy, or I've been working, or it's just hasn't worked. Just hasn't worked out. As you can see, wind is gusting to around about 30 knots. Visibility 9.2 nautical miles. It's not looking great out there. Yeah, we did have a whole lot of rain just come shooting past, but that seems to have just gone past. Hi there, shipmate Sarah Buckley. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. Now, Disney Fantasy had a refit. She came back from a refit on Thursday, I think, yes. And then she went out on Friday for just a little two-day...
Richard, 6 feet, yes. Afternoon, a
little two-day coastal trip. But during her refit, quite interestingly, there was a new replacement bulbous bow. I've never seen this before. So the bulbous bow is a bit underneath the ship here. This is the bulbous bow. So this is these are the bow thrusters that sometimes we talk about and we see in operation. So this is the old bulbous bow. So they cut it off, and now they're replacing it with a new bulbous bow, this one here, which is, as you can see, is a markedly different shape. It's really pointy, whereas this is more of the sort of traditional style of bulbous bow, all sort of rounded, covered in barnacles. This one's pointy. I've read a couple of articles that suggest that weighs anywhere from 160 to 180 tons. So quite the effort to put that on. Look at that, it's getting dark. What is the weather forecast? The weather forecast was supposed to be dry this afternoon and not very windy, and it's completely the opposite. It's wet and very windy. The sun set at 4:37 this afternoon, so we're already into darkness. Yeah, 25 knots, gusting again.
Antonio, yes, that's all. Copy. Thank you. Good evening to you. Good evening.
So the Disney Fantasy has raided in, says she'll be going to the upper swing ground up here, having a little spin and then coming past us. And as long as she's not delayed, I'm hoping we'll get a good selection of horns from her. Let's check on the outside microphone to see what's working. Oh, the shipmate Trudy Hunt. Many thanks for becoming a member of the channel, shipmate. Make your way down to your galley, grab yourself a mug of grog, make use of those member benefits, and join our Discord server. Right, where's the... I've tried experimenting with a slightly different placement of the outside microphone to try and get out of all the wind. And that seems to be working, considering we've got 30 knots of wind. Excellent. Hear a little bit of whistling on it, roughly. Good. Something's working. Try to find Wingman. Oh, no, he doesn't go by Wingman. Look, I'll show you. I did put a YouTube channel up. I'll just find it for you. It's Wing Cam. Yes, we had a few technical problems. It was the first time we've tried doing a live stream like that. But his hardware was excellent. So we will probably do more of those in the future. I just need to work out some of the... I had some problems with the sound due to the way things were working. And there we go. It's Wingcam Live. Oh, well, the shipmate, that's Svetlana Goldberg. Many thanks for your support of the channel. It says that Disney Destiny has made it to Port Canaveral. That's right, Disney Destiny, the new ship. and she was leaving the dockyard, brand new ship, transatlantic, and I think she had to avoid a bit of bad weather because we've seen on the news there has been some bad weather. We've got some bad weather here. Do you know what? I'll bring up the wind map. I like the wind map on this software. Right, let's have a look at the wind map. Oh yes, okay, there we go. I think this is what's going to be wind for us the next couple of days. So the pink is the windiest of weather. So we've got a real block here, just coming right across. That might make Disney's trip a bit choppy as she heads out across the Bay of Biscay there. However, the rest looks quite good. I think this is the remnants of the Hurricane Melissa slowly exploding itself all over. Yeah, most of it looks fine. There's a wind in the north, so yeah, I expect Disney Fantasy will head down. Well, I know she's heading to Spain. Then she'll go across. Looks like she'll avoid most of the bad weather, and then heads down here to Port Canaveral. Look, all the ships down here. Must get myself over to Florida. Shipmate Raymond Morris says Disney Destiny's hauls were brilliant on her return to Port Canaveral. Yeah, wonder if she's got any more tunes than some of the other ships. Yeah, it is a bit windy there, but hopefully it'll be alright. So trying into different new locations doesn't sound too bad. Fantasy is on the move. I can see she's just pulled away from the dock side. Yep, there we go. I can see her on box cam now. Let me just zoom in for you. There we go. There is Disney Fantasy. Now, Disney Fantasy is heading back to the USA, back to Port Canaveral. She is calling at La Coruna in Spain, Vigo in Spain, then Funchal in Madeira, and then steaming all the way across the Atlantic. It is a 13-day one-way repositioning cruise, and prices start from about £3,500 per person. After that, she's going to be based in Port Canaveral, like I say, until my information says all the way till 27. She'll be in Port Canaveral carrying out lots of relatively short cruises from what I can see. 3, 4, 5-day cruises to the Bahamas. Mainly Disney Lookout Key and Disney Castaway Key. That'll be her role going forwards. Hopefully there'll be just enough light to keep the picture good tonight. It's really shockingly how quick it's getting dark. It feels like the day's gone. 4:30, it's getting dark, crazy. Shipmate Nicola Lambert says 13 tunes on Destiny, beating Treasure, which had 7 tunes. 13 tunes. Wow, excellent. I wonder if we'll hear a few tunes this evening. I hope so. I have noticed there's a few shipmates down in Mayflower Park braving the conditions. Not the best of weathers. We've had some really terrible weathers for Disney Fantasy's departures. Hello, shipmate. Where's Adam? So I'll be getting horny tonight. I hope so, shipmate. I'll have a quick look through the chat. Let's see who's in the chat. So I've been looking at other things. Hi there, Georgina Stevenson. Hi there, Stu Footer. Hi there, John M. Oh, hi there, Noah Liveres. Many thanks for becoming a membership, mates. Make your way down to the galley. Grab yourself a mug of grog. And join our Discord server. Oh, there's Simon Bolton. Well, there's Sue Hawkes. Well, there's Edward Coates. Well, there's shipmate Elizabeth G. I'm struggling with these new names everyone's got. Sometimes they're not so obvious. I think I've got everyone covered. Gosh, the wind's picking up out there. It's blowing everything around. Check the outside. A little bit windy on there. Well, I hope she gives us a blast as she passes Mayflower Bark. Shipmate Moose is on the move. I think. Oh, you must be on board, Mooses. It says the wind on deck is something else. Yeah, it's really windy. We are gusting to 30 knots, and it's directly from the west, which should be good if we get some haulage. Ahoy the shipmate James. It says, please could you say happy birthday to my dad? He's watching. He's 79 today. Well, ahoy there, James's father, 79 today. Hope you have an enjoyable day. Hello, I see someone go down the slide. Well, the shipmate Nigel Warren says the docks in the background are very busy. Yeah, it's a really interesting sight when there isn't a container ship in there blocking our view. You just get this scurrying of all these straddle carriers whizzing around and the cranes. It's a real hive of activity down there. It's very interesting. Well, there's shipmate Robert in Oldham. I think you better be careful what you say, shipmate. He's saying that the dark nights are making me want to put up the Christmas tree and Christmas lights. I think a bit early for that, shipmate. A bit early for the old Christmas tree. Shipmate Svetlana says, recommend going to Florida. I think maybe you are in Florida. I don't know. Yes, I've got a friend in Florida. Keep meaning to try and do something. She's over on the other side, though, in Tampa. But not far, so I could make use of her accommodation. All their shipmate Lorraine says we haven't been able to get to the port of Southampton to see Disney Fantasy due to departures mainly being on a weekday. I hadn't noticed. Now you mention it, yeah. Well, shipmate Chipaz, is it crew or passengers aboard? Yeah, no, this is a proper passenger ship. No, that doesn't sound quite right. No, this is a proper passenger crossing. We did have some numbers earlier. I think it was 2,791 passengers, 1,441 crew. Disney Fantasy has a maximum double occupancy of 2,500. Maximum occupancy of 3,500. So somewhere in between with the passengers there. So fairly busy ship. It's a repositioning cruise to Port Canaveral in Florida, calling in at La Coruna in Spain, Vigo in Spain, Funchal in Madeira, and then travelling all the way across to Port Canaveral. And then she'll be based there for the foreseeable future. Hopefully giving us some horns on the way for her last visit. Well, Nicholas Shaw says, are you having my Christmas lighthouse again? And can we see it, please? Yes. Actually, if I'm totally honest, the lighthouse still has the Christmas decorations, and I never took them down. I quite like it. It glows nicely. What I need to do is install a spinning light in the lighthouse, like a proper lighthouse, really. That's what I should do at some point. Yeah, Disney Fancy heading to the upper swing round there. Yeah, she's going quite slowly. She does have a tug. Tug Easton. Yeah. Easton is following at the stern, so maybe it's going to be a slightly more delicate, there we go, slightly more delicate journey up to the upper swing ground. Oh, the shipmate James. Jane McCarthy says they are on board and will be stood port side underneath the forward funnel. Waving a flag on Disney Fantasy. Do you know what? You could be our first. No, I think we had someone else wave a flag on Disney Fantasy. I should make a record of these things, really, shouldn't I? Well, the shipmate Elaine says hi from the Isle of Wight. Looking forward to some haulage today. Abandoned a trip over to watch her depart due to the weather. I would say that's not a bad idea, shipmate. It's not been looking particularly pleasant out there. Might have been a bumpy old ride on the Red Jet. And in Mayflower Park, conditions aren't really very nice. It's not actually that cold, is it? What are we looking at here, temperature-wise? 15 degrees, yeah, it's quite pleasant. I had to run a few errands on the old iron horse earlier, and I thought to myself, it was very pleasant indeed. And I didn't get wet, so that was a bonus. Call the shipmates. Bindweeds says 3 years of stormy, windy weather for Disney's repositioning cruises from here. It's kind of a tradition. Yes, it's not a tradition you want, though, is it really? Well, the shipmate, baby kitty cats. Why last departure? Last departure because she is heading over to Port Canaveral. She'll be based in Port Canaveral for the next sort of 2.5 years, as far as I can see. So we won't be seeing her again. We get a different Disney ship next year. I think we get the Disney Dream, I think, next year. If memory serves me correctly. Yes, and then I think someone mentioned that it might be the Disney Wish the year after. I don't have any information on that. Well, there should be. James says, looks grim out there. It is grim. Disney Dream next year. Well, she lives in Boston. Boston, not Florida. I wondered if you were perhaps a Florida person. Good old Boston. No, didn't quite go there earlier in the year. My cruise was redirected somewhere else. Fellow islanders. Shipmate Paul says, is there a reason why the ships don't turn around on arrival? Good question, shipmate. Good question indeed. I think it's mainly due to how the ship connects up with the dockside and where the position of the doors and the hatches and air bridges are. Good question, though. I will have to ask BTS. Disney Fantasy heading slowly to the upper swing ground. Looking very murky out there across the Solent. I'm just going to log in and reset the squelch on BTS radio. It's a bit noisy. Yes, unusual to be doing a live on Monday. Let's see how I can turn the squelch on the radio. There we go. Right, fix the radio. It's not so noisy now. Put the visualization back onto what it was. There we go. Job done. Radio working. Yes, not long now. The Southampton's Christmas market opens in a couple of weeks' time. Winchester, a few weeks after that. So I shall go around and make my usual fill of the Christmas markets. It's becoming a little bit of a tradition, that, the Christmas market films. I think I did 3 last year: Southampton, Winchester, and Basingstoke. Basingstoke was pathetic. I think it had about 12 stalls, of which 2 of them were the same cheese stall, just in different locations. Southampton, slightly better. I think there was some region of like 24 or 25 Christmas stalls, of which a few were non-food based, but wasn't particularly good. Winchester, on the other hand, was absolutely phenomenal. That was, I can't remember how many were at Winchester, something like 100 stands or something, and a lot of them selling local produce and really interesting things. If you do fancy a little trip, I would definitely recommend Winchester Christmas Market. It's very festive as well. I think it's probably one of the better ones in the area, if not the best one in the area. Unless you can think of a better one, shipmates. I can't think of a better one than Winchester. I can't quite see the tug that's on the stern, but there is a tug there, trust me. Shipmate Moose is complaining. He's on Disney Fantasies, complaining about the wind. Yeah, it's not giving up, is it? It's really gusting, 30 knots. It's quite unpleasant. Shipmate Moose is freezing as well. It's not actually that cold, but it's a little unpleasant if you're just being blasted by the wind. That's for sure. Well, the shipmate Stu M, welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. Shipmate Stormwatch Druid said Winchester's very good. They had a mead stall. They did have a mead stall, that's right. There are various different types of mead. I can't remember if I bought any rum at Winchester Christmas Market. I don't think I... No, I did. No, I did. I bought it from the Test Valley Distillery, based in... Where are they based? I can't remember where they're based. I think it's based in Andover way. And I've got a couple of their gins and their rum. Shipmate Kate White says Winchester was brilliant last year and agrees with the captain. Good. Yeah, I think it's... I don't know where else would be any good. I mean, then probably if you go to London, there's some Christmas markets and maybe somewhere further north, but I think just locally in the area. I don't know if there's one in Portsmouth. Is there a Portsmouth Christmas market, maybe? Bournemouth, Poole? Oh, I think there's one in Salisbury. I think that's reasonable. Well, the shipmate Martin Coffer says any ships in tomorrow. There are some ships, but no cruise ships. See, we'll get commercial ships, but no, there's a lot less cruise ships at the moment with pretty much every broadcast we're doing now, one of the ships is repositioning and not coming back. The next departure is not for a few days. It's the Queen Victoria on Thursday, Queen Mary 2 and MSC Posier on Friday, and then Iona on Saturday. Nothing on Sunday or Monday. Very light times. Shipmate Jane McCarthy says, not that windy on deck 12 where we stood, quite pleasant. Oh, must be in the sheltered side of the ship or something. Let's give her a bit of a zoom in, shall we? Not convinced that VTS radio is working. Shipmate Moose is frozen is going inside. Bournemouth Christmas Market, 13th of November. Oh, blimey. I think that's even earlier than Southampton's one. No, actually, I think that's the same time. Bath Christmas Market. Oh, yeah. Might have to go to the Bournemouth one. Might do a couple of Christmas markets in the area. Shipmate Tina says, a good Christmas market in Manchester. It's a little far for me to go. Manchester, I'm afraid. Starting to turn now. The little tug Svitzer Eston there is pulling away on the stern. Well, shipmate Paul Stacey, Captain, have I thought about doing container ships or ferry while it's quiet? Yeah, I could do. Yes, I could do. You make a good point. Although sometimes I do quite like some time off from doing ships TVs. I can catch up on some other things. So quite nice to have a bit of a break. In fact, I'm off to the farm next weekend. The outside microphone sounding. Okay, sounding right. Shipmate Sean Peters, Birmingham's got a good Christmas market. Christmas market's just started. No, what, really? Beginning of November? Surely not. Spanner Hades is suggesting Lincoln. And again, that's quite a long way to go for a Christmas market. Anyways, by the time Disney Fantasy gets down here, it'll be dark. There we go. You can see all the little straddle carriers whizzing around in the dock there. Captain Wesley Dunlop on board, previously of Iona. Captaincy, I think he was on Iona, wasn't he? Pretty sure I've got that one right. He was here in port on Fancy for a little while, then the captain swapped over. The replacement captain, I don't think, was quite as horn happy as Captain Wesley Dunlop. He was a big horn blower. Shipmate Liz, I think she's from Ayr up on the west coast of Scotland. She's got an Edinburgh Christmas market now. That was a long way, shipmate. I don't think I'll be doing that. Shipmate Stum says, watching our daughter leave on the Disney Fantasy, her floating home for the last few years will be warmer when she reaches Florida. Then at home in Yorkshire. She works on board. What does your daughter do, shipmate, on board? I've often wondered what it'd be like working on a cruise ship. I do see lots of videos on YouTube of people being crew. I have a friend who's used to be a ship's doctor. Sounded quite interesting from the story she tells me. Shipmate Lorraine says the Bath Christmas market is fantastic. A couple of years ago. Making slow progress here. Slowly does it, I suppose, with the wind. We're about halfway through the spin. I'm not convinced I haven't broken the radio. Oh well, don't really need it. And yes, lots of praise for Captain Dunlop. Our excellent speller Mark G says he's the best. I must have missed his announcement when I was on Iona. York, apparently, says Monty Byrne waking with our spellers. Yeah, a little bit too far, really. I'd like to keep it sensibly within sort of Iron Horse distance, really. I would think that probably about now the wind is probably helping the Disney turn. Shipmate Natasha says the daughter worked on Disney Magic for 9 years, married another crew member. If you're both working at the same time on the ship, do you get a bigger cabin, I wonder? Well, shipmates Wolf, there is a tug. Yeah, there is a tug on Disney Fantasy. We can't see it yet. It's around the stern. It's Fitz at Eston. It's just at the stern. It's just helping her turn. Obviously, they felt that only one tug was required for a bit of extra control there. Shipmate Edward Tuff says, working on a cruise ship looks like fun on Carry On Cruising. Carry On Cruising. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever seen that one. Carry On Cruising. Actually, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a Carry On film. It's got to be some years ago. Oh, excellent. Spanner Hades says that Captain Wesley Dunlop was fantastic on Iona. Went alongside in Oldham. He always made time to spend most of the day down on the dock talking to passengers. Oh, that's pretty good. Often they're quite elusive, aren't they, the captains? Looks like Fantasy almost finished with her swing. I don't know when the tug will let go. Probably when she passes Mayflower Park. We're hoping that as she passes Mayflower Park, somewhere around here, this is traditionally when she lets go with the horns, which is really convenient because that's exactly where the outside microphone is. And we didn't get any horns on Saturday due to the late departure. Well, the shipmate shepherd book. Oh yeah, shipmate shepherd book says it's the reason why I need an iron chariot as well as my iron horse. Well, I do have a, well, I affectionately refer to it as my land yacht. Yeah, which is very convenient. You know, I think it might have cleared up a bit. Pretty dark over there on the Isle of Wight. But then we've got some raindrops here on ferry cam. Not too bad on cruise cam. Yeah, okay, let's hope we get some haulage. Well, shipmate, next is Spanner Multi-Bills Week. Am I covering the fireworks? Yes, this Saturday, in fact. No, hang on. That's not going to work, is it? Because I'm on the farm this Saturday. Well, do you know what? It's going to give me an opportunity to try something that I haven't tried before. Going to try a remote live stream. Okay, yep. Gives me something to do. In fact, I could do it a couple of different ways, can't I? Oh, food for thoughts there. Yeah, okay. I shall see what I can do. Shipmate Sue says they had their photograph taken with Captain Wesley Dunlop beside the ship in Oldham. Oh, that sounds like that's his popular go-to place then. Yeah, so fireworks next Saturday. I think about 7 o'clock. And we'll have to put my thinking cap on about how to do that. She's now heading towards us. Looks like she's picked up a bit of speed. I think the tug's still in tow, quite literally. There we go. That's Fitz Eston. Looks to me like she's heeling over slightly. Shipmate PC Limited wonder how many millions her refit cost in Brest. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure it'd be many millions. It wasn't in refit for very long, although quite a lot of work being done. So, yeah, probably it'd be nice to know, wouldn't it, how much exactly. Shipmate Johnny B, yes, that's Lewis on Wednesday. That's right. I knew I had something in my calendar for Wednesday. I'm going to go down there. I'm assuming all the weather's good. Let me check on the weather. Yes, it is good. Not raining. I mean, it's not good, but it's not raining, which I suppose is that's the plus side, isn't it? Yes, that's right. Going down to Lewis. I've not been to Lewis. Last year I went down to, where did I go last year? Ottery St Mary. Excellent, with the running tar barrels. Very strange. I sent the video to some of my American friends, and they just thought the English were absolutely batty bonkers. Now you can see the smoke out of the chimney blowing across quite vigorously there. Hoping we're going to get a blast of tunes from her. Should do. Should be the sail away party, my understanding. Shipmate F reckons 100 million. 100 million? That sounds a bit much for a refit. 100 million. They only cost 400 or 500 to build in the first place. Well, I suppose that is dry, isn't it, without fixtures and fittings. Well, Shipmate Snow the Games, as we have our Disney family on the Fantasy. Thanks for live streaming. No problem, Shipmate. Hoping we're going to get some haulage. Fortunately, the wind has just picked up again. It's really noisy on the microphone. Why does it always happen? Ah, yes, the Nicholas Sauce talking about the English cheese rolling. I've not been to that one yet. I've not been able to fit it in for some reason. My calendar doesn't always coincide with events going on in the real world. And oh, it's the trouble this time of year, isn't it? Wet. I'll get raindrops all over the camera lens. We get the Indian restaurant with all these bright lights on. Hoping we're going to get some haulage. There's a few shipmates, I don't know if you can see, just down there in Mayflower Park. Oh, I think they deserve some horns. There we go. Just at the end there. There you go. See a few people standing. Shipmate F, no, obviously it was $100 million for the refit. Wow, that's quite a lot, isn't it? I know they replaced the bulbous bow, so I mean that one was taking a few pounds to replace that. Seems like a lot of money to me. Shipmate Paul Evans. It's got some good information there. Double check the roads and so on. Yes, I've already looked through the website and found out where the road closures are. Hello, someone got a torch up there. I think we've got a torch waver. That's a mighty powerful torch. I think that worked quite well, the outside microphone. I can see these shipmates up on by the funnel there. Got some torch wavers and got a flag. I don't think I'm going to be able to work out what the flag says. What I can't do is I can't zoom in and move at the same time. It's a one or the other type deal. And then if I try and do that, it zooms out. It's very irritating. They're experiencing some wind. Yeah, I can't keep up with you. Keep up with the ship. Come on. Come on, camera. Looks very unpleasant out there on the deck. I have a flag. I can't see what that flag is, though. No chance of identifying that one, shipmates. Well, some good quality waving, though. Well done for getting up on deck. I can't see too many people out up there. We had quite a few torches. Very good, very good. Enjoy your cruise, shipmates. Have a good time. Have a good transatlantic cruise. Hopefully the weather isn't too bumpy. Disney Fantasy off on a transatlantic cruise. Never to return. Well, I shouldn't say never to return to the Port of Southampton, but not scheduled to return to the Port of Southampton in the near future. She is calling in at La Coruna in Spain, Vigo in Spain, Funchal in Madeira, then all the way across the Atlantic to Port Canaveral. This is a 13-day one-way cruise. Price is starting from about £3,500. Shipmate Nicola Hubbard says that Solent Ships Christmas party at the Dancing Man would be fun. It's a good idea, isn't it? Solent Ships Christmas party. Yeah, we did get some horns. That was good. Hopefully you could hear them well enough. The microphone is in a slightly compromised position, mainly because it's so windy out there. I thought better off being maybe slightly quieter, but not being all the wind noise. Got a shipmate up on the balcony there with a flashing light. Not very pleasant weather out there at all. Look at it. Ship makes at the spanner Monty Burnswick says only one round of horns. Yes, I think maybe more rounds of horns when there were more people in port. But yeah, typically it does it as they come past Mayflower Park, which is ideal for us. Looking across to Hythe. There is some flaring going over on at Fawley Refinery. I think they're still having problems with their processes. I'm down quite a few cameras at the moment. I can't get out to repair them because of the horrible weather. Need some dry weather. I need to climb around on a rooftop and the tiles are too wet and slippery. I need to dry out for half a day or a day or so. Here comes Disney Fancy, freshly refitted. All those shipmates on board will be having a lovely time with the fresh refitting. I see she has got a new bulbous bow as well. That was part of the refit. Was this new bulbous bow here? So that's the old one. That's the new one. I mean, someone like I said, I read it somewhere that was somewhere in the region of 160, 180 tons. Must have cost quite a lot of money and time and effort to change the bulbous bow, so I'm assuming it's going to make a decent saving on fuel. Shipmate, Mega Ship UK. No, the Hythe Ferry's still not running. Still not running. I'm really missed the Hythe Ferry. It's very convenient. Did I say very convenient? Slipped the tongue there. No, it is very convenient. Well, then, shipmate Kathy Pace, member for 42 months. Well done, shipmate. Thanks for your continued support. Well, shipmate Randy Barnes, he's from San Diego. Well, this ship's coming your way, shipmate. I know it's on the wrong side of the country for you, but based out of Port Canaveral in Florida. Cruise Cam's got an excellent location in that it's slightly underneath the edge of the building, so it's quite sheltered. It doesn't really get rain on Cruise Cam. Shipmate Ewan Stevenson says, please blog the camera repair. I'll have to see about that. Not the easiest thing to do if I'm busy trying to repair it. I haven't got enough hands to repair things and hold the camera at the same time. I'll see what I can do. I might see if I can do something. What's on the big screen then on Disney Fantasy? Anybody know? Looks like something Disney related. I can't make it out. I'm sure some of you eagle-eyed viewers know what that is on the screen. Doesn't look like many people on board, but the numbers suggest otherwise. Oh, look at the bright lights on top of that Ro-Ro. Can't catch a break at the moment. There's badly not so good weather and the rain and well, the shipmate Anne. No, yes, no. This is the last departure from Southampton. She will be based out of Port Canaveral for the next 2.5 years. I wonder if we can see anything on Itching Cam. Oh, blimey. It's raining over there on Itching Cam as well. Well, shipmates, I hope you enjoyed that one. I don't think we're going to get much better coverage now that she's left port. We heard the horns, which I think was the best bit, wasn't it? Captain Wesley didn't disappoint, gave us a good old blast on the horns. Hope you've enjoyed that one, shipmates. Next will be live. I'm not entirely sure, actually. Let's have a quick look. Might not be for a little while. Yeah, a little while, I would think. Possibly Saturday for the firework display, is if I can work out how to do that remotely from the farm. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one, shipmates. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. And if you have subscribed, many thanks for subscribing. And if you are a member of the channel, PayPal donor, supporter, many thanks for your continued support. And of course, many thanks to Blue Spanners for looking after this chat and all the other chats. Oh, and ahoy there, shipmates. Carol Watson, many thanks for becoming a member, shipmate. There we go. We've got a fresh new member. Make your way down to the galley, shipmate. Grab a mug of grog and make use of the member benefits like our Discord server. So until next time, shipmates,